Okay, I think we're about to go live. It's still spinning, and we're now live. Hey, this is Elliot Fishman. I'm maturing. You can hear it in my voice. I have a sore throat and a sneezing, as usual, and summer cold. Got it from my daughter, but hopefully we'll make it through this talk. If I start coughing, I'll take a drink. Anyway, I hope everyone's doing well. It's June 12th. And for everybody, the academic year is ending, right? There's some people are starting their internship literally today. We know about. Not everything, internship residencies no longer starts from scratch on July 1st. They typically start a couple weeks earlier. So people are moving. It's a transition zone. And we've spoken about this for many years, right? So what happens July 1st? And on or about July 1st. Your residents leave, a certain number of them, fourth year residents. Your fellows leave. They go on to bigger and better things. A few of them occasionally will stay. You often faculty. July 1st tends to be a switchover, both for getting new faculty and for faculty leaving. And so in our situation, we're like losing 5 faculty members on or about this time. Some are leaving a little bit later. We're getting new faculty. Some are starting a little bit later. Now people have become very smart. No one starts working July 1st. Not no one. No is a big word, but a lot of people will start in September because they want to take off 2 months, which is probably the last time till they retire that they can get 2 months off. So people are a lot smarter. Of course, in my days, no one could afford to take off 2 months, so you didn't. But nevertheless, there is transition. For us, it's kind of interesting in the lab. So we wish everybody, first let me say that, we wish everybody, all our faculty leaving. Rocky, for example, is going to Virginia. And other people leaving, we wish them the best of luck, and only the best of luck in their next journey in the future. For the people who are joining us, we can't wait for you to get here, and we hope you will succeed and do great. For the residents leaving and going to fellowships elsewhere, taking jobs, we wish you the best of luck. And for the fellows staying or leaving, we wish you the best of luck. And for our fellows who really impact faculty the most, we thank you for 12 months, or maybe only 50 weeks so far. But I'll give you credit for 2 more weeks. We thank you for 12 months of really hard work, and hopefully we did teach you stuff, and your year was well worth your time. So that becomes very important. Now in the lab, we have a lab. So let me just tell you a little bit about how I measure the change. So for the last 3+ years, we've had a gap student. And for those of you who don't know what a gap student is someone who's spending a year or so with us, a little bit less or a little more, between college and medical school. And in our situation, the reason people didn't go straight from college to med school is they wanted a little bit more experience because they were all athletes. I won't go by names, but I can tell you the names. Carlos Lugo Oliveri was a wide receiver for Miami, not Miami Dolphins, the college team. And Ryan Risk was quarterback for the Miami team. They were teammates. And Charles Crawford was baseball player, again, not from the Orioles, but he played for Brown. And you could see he gave me his first glove. It's sitting right there. And Ryan's football I have in the other room. And each of them, Carlos is finishing now his 3rd year. He's entering his 3rd year at Duke, and Ryan's finishing his 1st year at Miami. And Charles will begin in August his trip to Tulane. And we think we're getting a 4th person who's a soccer player. So we really are branching out in sports. Hopefully that person will start within the next month. So we're real excited. They did amazing work. You could look their names up. Look on PubMed. You'll be shocked how much work they did. We have a lab, which we do a lot of the AI stuff. So we have some people who are full-time AI people. They're computer scientists. we have other people who are kind of in that gap between doing research and going into radiology. And so one of our people, Taha, who spent the last year in Connecticut somewhere doing his internship, will be starting the residency at Hopkins July 1st, on or about. And we have Yasrub, who was with us for the last couple of years, who is starting his internship today at MedStar, and he will be coming as a radiology resident at Hopkins July 1, 2026. We take great pride in their achievements, we take great pride in helping them, and we take great pride in them helping us really move along our work. And if you look up those names, you will see lots of great things. And the good news is Taha will be here. We'll have him working in 3 weeks as a resident, and Yasra will be here in 54 weeks. So the cycle goes on. So it's interesting, and with technologists, we lose some techs, we get some techs. We're starting a new tech school class in July, which means we'll have new techs, 6 of them come February. So it's this constant change. Some of us stay. We're not the change, but it's interesting to look at the changes in radiology, in medicine. I was just on a conference call speaking about MSEDs, which are multi-cancer detection, where you look at blood and you can pick up 50 to 80 different cancers. You use CT and PET to be able to find where the signal is for those cases. But again, very, very exciting. It's really where things are going. So we do know, and with our stuff for AI, listen to Jensen, whether he's in Germany today, or France yesterday, or England 2 days before, or in somewhere else before that, maybe in California back home. Everything seems to be changing and moving forward. I think it's very exciting times. Again, it's challenging times. I know people who have grants. We have a lot of grants, thank God for the Lustgarten Foundation. People who have federal grants are kind of challenged, and that's going to be a challenging environment for a while. There's no doubt about that, and I won't go into that and get involved in the politics of it all. But I think it's never been a better time, never been better opportunities for discovery and challenges and learning and teaching and working with a lot of fun people. I think that, to me, is amazing. Now, you talk about time, and I got this in the mail today, or I wouldn't have known this, but 20 years ago today, so that's June 12th, 2005, Steve Jobs gave his famous address at Stanford, the only graduation speech he ever gave. It's about 18 minutes long. It's the best 18 minutes you will ever listen to. So I recommend, if you go on YouTube, you can type it in. If you go to Steve Jobs Archives, which they're producing, they have a very good presentation on that talk. There was one funny thing in the introduction that I read today, was that Steve was not their first choice. Their first choice was Jon Stewart, from the students, that is, and the second choice was Arnold Schwarzenegger, who was the governor of California, and Steve was third choice. I don't think Steve ever knew that, because I don't think Steve believed that he was ever the third choice by anybody, anytime, anywhere. But he gave the talk of talks, and if people rate graduation talks, they always pick his talk as number one. It's worth listening to, and I listen to it every year this time. I listen to it other times as well. I think it's really moving, and it really tells you a lot about yourself, or what you should be thinking, and the opportunities and the time limits we all have, which means you got to do great stuff when you got the time and you have the energy, because the future is always hard to understand. I think when Steve gave that talk, it was after he was treated for pancreatic cancer. And, you know, the cancer eventually did get him. It was a neuroendocrine tumor. That was in the newspaper, of course. So you can't predict. He could not predict what was happening then. None of us can predict anything now, but the only thing we can do is try to do a great job, try to do excellence in anything and everything you do. Excuse me. So with that, I'll wish everybody who's leaving or coming or staying, whatever you're doing in this month of transition, enjoy it, enjoy the ride, and hopefully we'll all be traveling together for a very long time. And with that, I wish everybody a great day.